I'm butt naked in one of those empty and quiet hotel saunas in Helsinki, Finland. It is warm, it's quiet, it feels so good. So I use this opportunity to pray. You see, just a few months earlier, I sold my thriving business. I got rid of all of my worldly possessions, and I took off to travel the world with my husband and kids. So here I was on month 8 of my world travels, literally pinching myself in disbelief that life can be this great. And yet, a part of me, a big part of me, is freaking out on the inside. I feel like I no longer know who I am. Because a big part of my identity, that identity as a business owner, a community leader that was such a huge part of my life, that identity was gone. And I no longer knew what to do next. And besides, I was guilty. I felt guilty. I was ashamed that I could be discontent while living my best life. So in an attempt to come back to gratitude, I start to pray. And I thank God for my abundant blessings. I thank God for my health, for my life, for my travels, for my husband, for my kids, and on and on and on, until suddenly I hear this voice on the inside. Oh, honey, you ain't seen nothing yet. I laugh out loud because, first off, I didn't know that God was so country. And moreover, I was shocked by such clarity of communication from the divine, because in that moment, I was acutely aware that it is indeed God talking to me. So, with a mixture of curiosity and disbelief, opening up to that divine guidance, I say, okay, God, show me what you got. A couple of weeks later, we go to this beautiful bed and breakfast on the rolling hills of Tuscany in Italy. And to my surprise, the woman who owns this bed and breakfast is Asian, and her name is Marina Kim. Now, it wouldn't be that strange, except that my mother's name is also Marina Kim. Not only that, but this lady is half Russian, half Korean. My mother is half Russian, half Korean. And lastly, this lady is from Kazakhstan. I am from Kazakhstan. So weird. The next day, I walk over to the reception of this bed and breakfast because I have to get to know this Marina Kim. And right in that moment, she's hanging out with her guests from the Czech Republic. And because we're all from the former Eastern Bloc and we speak the same language, we connect right away. And out of nowhere, I start telling this total stranger from the Czech Republic my entire family tree. I tell him that I was named Albina after my grandmother, who passed away tragically together with my grandfather when my mother was a little kid. And then, for some unknown to me reason, I tell him, this guy that I've never met before, I tell him my grandfather's full name, Yemelyan Yelisievich Kim. Right in that moment, I feel this weird energy. Every single hair in my body gets electrified, and I feel something, and I don't know what is going on. So I start looking around, what is going on here? And out of the corner of my eye, I see the owner of the bed and breakfast, Marina Kim, pale, disoriented, nearly fainting. What just happened? It turns out my grandfather, before he met my grandmother, had another wife who happens to be this Marina Kim's grandmother. In other words, Marina and I have the same grandfather. And out of all the places on earth, I had to randomly walk into a bed and breakfast in the middle of Italy, owned by my cousin I never even knew existed. You're right, God. I ain't seen nothing yet. And neither have you. You see, after I sold my business and I left my old life behind, I went through a major existential crisis. I thought I needed to have a plan for my future. I thought I needed to have it all figured out, and I thought I needed to know exactly what's next for me. And I didn't know. Not knowing is scary. Perhaps you too don't know what to do. Maybe you're stuck in a job that is sucking the living light out of your soul. Or maybe you are in a relationship that you know deep in your heart is not right for you. You're being pulled towards something bigger, something greater, and yet that fear of the unknown is terrifying. The real life miracle of meeting Marina Kim, my long lost cousin I didn't even know existed, has opened my eyes to the deep knowing that I'm always guided, that every aspect of my life is being divinely orchestrated. I now know that I don't have to figure it all out, and neither do you. All we need to do is take that first step in the direction to which we're being pulled towards our dreams, towards our desires, and then trust, have faith, surrender. Because even if you think you know stuff, honey, you ain't seen nothing yet.